Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Masha. This is Marshmallow Yoga channel, and today I have a little hack for you on how to get the hinge from the hips correctly in your forward folds and in your downward dog. So we're going to be working on the proper alignment in those poses. So we're going to use a towel to help us understand where that bend is happening and how to hold this position through the poses. So you'll need a small towel. It shouldn't be super thick. I have like this little sweat one. And you want to fold it so it's nice and thin. And you want to find your hip bones. And you want to place the towel right below the hip bones. So we're going to be folding over the towel. Our hip bones are going to be the ones that are holding the towel in line with your pubic bone, right? So that the top kind of aligns with your pubic bone here. And then from here, we're going to start folding, pressing your hips back in space so that your hip bones are closing over the thighs, and that is the connection that's holding your towel in. So here we are in a forward fold, right? Then from here, you just release your arms down and you hang here. Keep focusing on that area, pressing that towel back in space. So the towel is going to align with your pubic bone, and that's the one that drives back in space, back and up. And this is lengthening through the backs of the legs here, and it also lengthening through the lower back here. And that would be the proper hinge from the hips. So what happens if we're not hinging from the hips? What usually happens is we're bending like this, so just rounding through the spine, and then the towel is not going to hold here. We're not really closing that part here, so the towel is really helpful. Sanding it back in space, and then if your towel is big enough, you can even grab the sides of the towel and press them back. Back, reaching your hips back. Now from here, let's transition into the downward dog. So again, you want to bend your knees a little bit to really close that connection. You don't want the towel to drop the whole time. We're going to walk our hands forward, finding length through the back, relaxing your shoulders down the back a little bit, creating space between the shoulder blades. Fingertips are wide, pressing your palms down. And then from here, hips are lifted. I'm kind of more weight forward right now, so I want to send more weight into my legs. So I'm going to try to relax my heels down towards the floor without losing that belly to thigh connection. Not even belly to thigh as much as a hip bone to thigh, because that's what's holding the towel in. And here, once again, we are in the proper alignment for your downward dog. Your pelvis is in the proper alignment for your downward dog. Now, this alone might be quite challenging for a lot of people already. So feel free to just experiment here and find more range of movement in this pose, like lengthening through the backs of the legs, lowering your heels down without losing the towel. You can try swaying your hips side to side. Looking back, we can press our shoulders up and down, pressing the weight back in space. Now from here, if you want to build up a little bit more heat and continue to practice that same hinge, a little flow that we did in the class today, I'll bend my right knee, bring it towards the chest, keeping that towel in, hover the leg, bring your heel to glute. You're in a three-legged dog, but leg is not extended. Inhale. Exhale as we shift the weight forward, shoulders over wrists, plank, hugging your knee to chest. Exhale back, three-legged dog. You're still keeping that hip bone to thigh connection. Inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale forward. One more time. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Lifting through the hips, through the pubic bone. Look back. Inhale. On an exhale, shifting the weight forward, knee to chest, stepping foot between the hands. And now we're in the high lunge. Same thing here. Hip bone to thigh connection. Lowering into your lunge. We'll start with hands on the hips, lifting the chest. Lowering your hips down. Just finding your footing first. We'll add on the arms. Inhaling to extend your arms up towards the ceiling. You can look up as well. Reaching your fingertips, let your shoulders come up towards the ears. And then on an exhale, we'll cactus the arms. Think about space between your shoulder blades as they glide down your back. So we're not squeezing them together. We are letting them glide down the back and stay connected with your middle back, feeling nice and wide in your middle back. Inhale as we lift arms up, shoulders can come up towards the ears. We're just exaggerating the movement. And then exhale as we cactus the arms, letting shoulder blades slide down and around, plucking into the sides here. One more time. Inhale as we reach up, look up, let shoulders come up, and then exhale as you're widening through the back. Beautiful. From here, connecting palms together to the heart space. We're gonna shift weight forward, coming into your runner's lunge. So more weight into the front foot, very light on the back, almost no weight in the back. Again, extending arms overhead if you want to challenge yourself. Reaching your fingertips, reaching shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale as we're widening. Inhale as we reach. Exhale as we're widening. One more time. Inhale as we reach. Exhale as we are widening. This time hands on hips, more weight forward. We're gonna try to roll over your toes and then drag your foot into your chair pose, keeping that hip close to the thigh so the towel stays in the whole time, providing relief for the right side glute. Now we're on both legs here. Bringing your hands to heart. Option one, in your chair. Inhale. Option two, extending arms overhead. Option three, reaching your shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale as you cactus the arms, widening through the back. Inhaling to reach. Exhaling to widen. One more breath. Inhaling to reach. Exhaling to widen. From here, we're gonna fold over the legs. Exhale. Keep sending your hips back. Again, find your towel. Maybe you tug on the edge of the towel, pulling your hips back in space. Folding over the legs completely. Exhaling all the air out as you look back. Inhaling to lift halfway, looking forward. Exhaling back. Nice. From here, we're gonna add a little bit of balance. Putting all of the weight into the left side. We're gonna bring our hands below the right knee. Lift your right heel. And then finding your balance here already, we're gonna start to come up, keeping your right knee in. So you come up to stand with that towel still tucked below your hip. From here, you can bring your hands below your thigh and then extend your leg forward, pressing your heel away from you. Bring it in, inhale, exhale to extend. And then if you want a little bit of challenge, you release the hands around the leg, you bring them down onto your hips, or you can hold your leg if you'd like a little bit more support here, a little bit more of a stretch through your hamstring. If you do this with your hands, and then a little bit more of the hip flexor strengthening if we don't have the arms, the hand support. And let's extend our leg. We'll add a couple of pulses here for 3, for 2. I just did this in the class before. My legs are tired. Nice. Now let's transition back into the chair. So try to keep your towel the entire time. Hinge forward from the hip. Bend the left knee more. We're gonna both legs meet. We are in the chair. Inhaling to lift the chest. Exhaling, folding over the legs. We're gonna put all of the weight into the right side again, starting to slide your left foot back. Keep your focus on hugging that towel in between your hip and thigh as you slide your foot back. All of the weight is in the right side. Here we can experiment with our warrior 3, lifting the back foot any amount and then lowering. Lifting and lowering. All of the work is happening right there where we're holding the towel. If you'd like a little challenge, you can extend your arms overhead as well for your full warrior 3. Stay in here, lifting away from the floor. For 3, for 2, for 1. Step your back foot back into a high lunge, extending arms overhead. Inhale, big breath in. We're not straightening our right knee at all the entire time. We're keeping that bend in the hip, keeping that towel in. Nice big upper body stretch as we're reaching arms up. And then exhaling as we frame that front foot, and we're gonna try to transition back without losing the towel again. So we're gonna slide our foot, keep your knee bent as we send our hips up, back to 3-legged dog, bringing your foot down. And now, finally, letting the towel drop as we roll forward. Inhale, plank. Exhale, all the way to the floor, chaturanga, or knees, chin, and chest. Inhale as we lift the chest. Baby cobra, full cobra, or upward dog. And exhale, back to downward dog. And then we're gonna walk our hands back, grab the towel on the way. Come up to stand. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale to lift all the way. Arms around and up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment if you need a glass of water. We're gonna do the other side. So same idea. If your towel is long enough, you can try both hips. If the towel is small like mine, can focus on just the left hip because that's the leg that's gonna step forward this time, and we're gonna try to keep our towel in on the left side. So we're starting with the forward fold. Again, make sure you do find the right spot for the towel below the hips and then starting to bend and fold over it. So your belly comes over the towel. Your hips are pushed back in space. Your pubic bone is pushed back and up in space. So your whole pelvis is tilting forward and down. Finding the forward fold first, and then walking your hands again. You'll have to bend your knees to keep the towel in as you walk your hands forward into your downward dog. Right? If you end up kind of like me, high on your tippy toes, knees bent, from here, relaxing the weight of the heels straight down. Lengthening through the back of the legs. The main effort is still on top here, lifting through your lower belly up towards the ceiling. And that part that touches the towel, the lower belly part, the pubic bone part, that's the part that's reaching up towards the ceiling. And now we're gonna come into our modified 3-legged dog. So hovering your left foot, bending the knee, bringing your heel towards the glute. Inhale as you look back. Exhale, shifting the weight forward, shoulders over wrists, knee to chest. Inhale, back to downward dog. Look back. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee to chest. So I'm moving my whole torso here with the leg as a one block. So the hip doesn't really move. I'm not doing any of this because I'll lose the towel, which I just did. Nice and bent the entire time. So the entire time we're hugging it in, we're shifting all of the weight, shoulders over wrists, and then all of the weight back. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, back. Nice. Let's inhale here. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. This time stepping your foot forward between the hands, finding your high lunge. Lifting up. So noticing if you're lifting like all the way, towel is loose. See if you can deepen that bend. Again, hip bone towards the thigh is what holding that towel in. We're finding our high lunge. Once you find your balance and footing, extending arms overhead. Inhaling to look up, reach your arms up. Exhaling to bend the elbows, widening through the mid-back. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to widen. Taking this moment to slow down the breath. Inhaling to reach up. Exhaling to widen. Beautiful this time. Hands on hips. More weight forward, coming into the runner's lunge. I'm actually going to shift a bit. So chest forward and down. Extending arms overhead if you want a little challenge. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you cactus the arms, widening through the back. Inhale as you reach. Exhale to cactus. Almost no weight in the back toes. Very light on the back toes. More weight forward. One last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale as you cactus the arms. We're going to bring hands on hips again. Try to roll over your toes, bringing top of the foot to the floor. And then dragging your foot in the entire time without releasing the towel. Coming into your chair pose here. Now weight in both feet. Sweet relaxation for that left side glute. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest. Hands can stay to heart. Open through the chest and shoulders. Maybe if you'd like a little challenge, extending arms overhead. In your chair, inhaling to reach arms up, shoulders up. Exhale to cactus the arms. Two more times. Inhaling to reach. Exhaling to cactus. Last one. Inhaling to reach. Exhale to cactus. Let's fold over the legs. Again, you can grab your towel, push it back together with your hips. Hips going back in space, folding over the legs. Relaxing the weight of the head, the arms, the shoulders down. Inhale to lift halfway. Lengthening through the back, through the crown of the head, reaching forward. Exhaling as we fold, adding our balance on the right side. So all of the weight is in your right foot. We're bending the right knee. Bringing your hands around the left knee, lifting left heel. Preparing for the balance. So you're here, and then we're starting to lift, bringing your knee with you. You can stay here, same thing, hands behind your thigh to lengthen through the backs of the legs, extending your leg forward and then bending the knee again. Or releasing your hands down to your hips, continuing to extend and bend. Extend and bend. Extend. Last one. Extend again, adding a couple of pulses here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let's transition back. Tuck your towel in, back to chair, bending both knees, hips low. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to bring chest towards the knees. We're sliding our right foot back. So we're switching. The weight shifts. It was in the right, now the weight shifts into the left. We're sliding our right foot back, no weight in the right toes, lifting them off the floor, and then tapping down. Lifting and tapping down. So you're in your warrior 3. If you want a little bit more, extending arms overhead for your full warrior, holding here for 3. Maybe hands on hips or at the heart. For 2. For 1. And then slowly with control, tapping your foot back down on the floor, coming into your high lunge, sliding your toes back, bending more into the front knee, lifting your chest, lifting your arms. Big breath in, inhale. Exhale, we're gonna frame the foot. And then again, try not to lose your towel as we come back into the downward dog. So sliding your foot, knee is still bent, knee to chest, and then reaching your hips up, back to your 3-legged dog, releasing the foot down, back to your downward dog. Towel stayed the whole time. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, towel drops, shoulders over wrists, plank. Knees, chin, and chest, or chaturanga, all the way to the floor. Inhale to lift the chest for your back bend. Exhale to fold. And we're gonna press ourselves back up to a tabletop, back to kneeling. Whew, I am sweating. So this little flow, this little part of the sequence is something that I've used in my class today to teach this pelvic floor tilt and alignment for the forward folds and downward dog. It's a part of a bigger whole hour class, but I am really curious to see if you guys try it, if you find that it helps you with the alignment. I found that it really did in fact help a lot of my students to understand the alignment properly in the poses. And I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback, and I'm also looking forward to see if there are any other poses or generic body issues that you'd like to address, and I can make a video catered to those needs specifically. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to work on next, and we'll do that. Also let me know if you try it and if the towel works for you. I'm really curious about that as well. And then you can browse on the channel and see if there's anything else that piques your interest. I have some videos for chest openers, hip openers. I think there's working on the back muscles, splits, and of course there's going to be more videos coming out every week. So subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.